What's up, guys? Hey, it's your boy Smush here. I got Deathcore on the line with me. I'm not at his house right now, but he's on Discord with me right now. Say what's up, Deathcore.
Hello, what's up, Deathcore?
um, this is season two, episode 1 of This Is the Way. Thank you guys so much for listening and sticking around and supporting the podcast. Appreciate it. I have a new microphone, hence season 2 starting. I've been waiting to get this. It's the HyperX Quadcast. Me and Deathcore did a segment a while back comparing different microphones because I was in the market to get a new one, and this is the one that I ended up settling on. So come the new season, new microphone, I want to get some new guests on here. A lot of season 1 was a lot of Beskar, getting in and talking about certain things. Season 2, I want to focus more on, it's going to be about growing, like not just, as a content creator or a streamer or whatever, but growing as a person, growing as a community, growing as a whole. Like 2020 was a really bad year. And I think from all of the bad stuff that's happened in 2020, we can only grow from it in 2021. It's a little different not having Deathcore next to me. But I think
and also too, I think what we're gonna kind of add too that we just kind of started doing naturally. The last few ones we did at my house, adding kind of like a tech news kind of thing, I guess you could say, because we're gonna talk about this cool machine that Cokesmush saw.
Oh, yeah.
And then last time we were talking about the
Razer
RGB,
mask.
The Razer mask, and the time before that we were talking about the microphones. So I feel like that's been a good addition to this. So that's also what's going to be on the agenda.
I agree.
Streaming stuff, games, updates, and like a little bit of tech news maybe.
Yeah,
some cool little things that we
non-politics, non-religion. Like current events, gaming, tech. Pretty much all that kind of stuff. That's what you can find on this podcast. And so now that I have this microphone, I'm going to be a little more consistent with the weekly podcasts. I know it's been kind of sporadic before, but we're like in the process of moving into our own place, getting out of my dad's, and just kind of saving up and trying to do the big boy stuff, Speaking of big boy stuff, there was this electric unicycle that I saw when I was with my dad. We were in the car, we were driving, and I saw this dude. Looked like he was standing on, I don't know what he was standing on, but he was in a T pose doing like 30 miles an hour down the street. I'm like, what is this guy doing? And we get up to him at a stop sign, and he's like chilling on this wheel. It's just like a wheel, and it's got like these little like little platform things that you can put your feet on so you can balance
like
yourself.
Footrest.
Yeah, there you go, like a footrest. I don't know what the hell I was trying to say. But it's like the balance scooters, like the two-wheeled ones that you stand on and you can like go around and spin and go forward and backward. It's like that, but it's just one wheel, and they're like $1,300.
Jeez.
It's like, dude, I can get a car with $1,300.
Yeah, I know. What the fuck? Yeah, bro, you got some nice ass toys.
But could you imagine just mobbing down the street, dude? You're just like standing up, just bobbing side to side, going in between cars, like sticker slapping mailboxes and stuff. Just kidding, don't do that. Let me just first talk about the music that's in the background of this podcast. If you're a streamer, if you're a content creator, you need music. Stream Beats is 100% free, copyright free music that you can listen to if you go on Spotify or YouTube or Apple Music. You look up Stream Beats from Harris Heller. He has 4 different playlists, like a hip hop, lo-fi, electronic, and No, I don't remember the other one. I don't really listen to the other ones. But the lo-fi is what I play for like my YouTube videos. You won't get demonetized if you're streaming on Twitch, which I actually am right now. You won't get a DMCA strike on your Twitch or your Twitter, which is now a thing also. So
Really?
yeah, Stream Beats is great to use. And it's smart, dude. What Harris did for Stream Beats, I could do it. And I'm not saying like I could take off like he did with Stream Beats, but I could probably make some money doing it. Like, I'm just gonna put this out there. That way, you know, you guys, if you guys are interested, go on Fiverr. Fiverr has a bunch of different services that people sell. You can look up like music producers, people that make beats, people that make, you know, like sounds and stuff like that. And you can have them structure an 8 to 10 song album for you and pay for it and just get the MP3, the wave, and the stems for it. Have that uploaded to Spotify, then you just promote it. You know, if it's all copyright free music, people can play it when they're streaming. People need music when they're streaming. You know, it fills in empty space. Like if you're not talking and you're gaming and you're like zoning out or whatever, then there's music kind of in the background that your audience can listen to kind of
Brings a vibe to the game, I feel, too.
Definitely, for sure.
While you're playing.
I mean, I don't really like listening to music too much when I need to hear footsteps. But, you know, if I'm playing like WoW or something chill, I want music for sure.
Or League of Legends.
Yeah, or League. You know, like if I'm playing League, I want like some metal going on, low key.
Also, too, if you're just fucking around like CS or something.
Yeah, CS is cool. Not in a comp, but if I was surfing or like in a casual or deathmatch or something, I would.
Yeah.
Gaming. I don't even know like how to get into this. I'm just gonna say it. Pay to win games fucking suck. A lot of games aren't pay to win, but they're like pay to advance. So technically, like pay to win. I feel like
I was wondering what games you were talking about. What games are you talking
I don't even remember the game that it was when I came up with the topic. I think it was like a mobile game. It was like Dragon Ball Legends or something like that.
Those are all pay to win for sure.
Yeah. I'm just saying like they're whack, you know, because it's like you want the best heroes that you can get in the game, the best characters. So you have to do these summons, and it's like you can get the diamonds to do the summons from playing, but it takes a while, or you can like spend $5 and get like 2 summon packs, you know, shit like that. And then next thing you know, you're like, oh, $20 added on my phone bill, I'll deal with that later. Boom, 100 summon packs, you know, just so you can be at the top. It's like some people spend hundreds of dollars on these games, bro.
Dude, I know.
Like, you remember Clash of Clans?
Yeah, I never spent on Clash of Clans.
Dude, I had a friend that spent like $250 on that game.
You know what got me was fucking Toon Blast.
What is that?
Fucking bastards. It's kind of like one of those Candy Crush type games.
Just like
that
the Bubble Blaster ones.
Yeah, like some shit like that. Yeah, and that one probably got me for a good $120.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it got me good.
See, like I spent money in a game. I play this game on my phone. It's kind of more like a social app, I guess. It's called High Rise. And so you have like this avatar that you can customize, and they have these events, and sometimes the events have like different tattoos that you can get. So like I've got like these arm sleeves and leg sleeves and face tattoos for my dude that I can do. And you kind of just get like different cosmetic stuff, and it's really cool. But you can buy spins, you know, like spin tokens to get like really cool aesthetic stuff that is worth like thousands of gold. And people will pay hundreds of dollars to get these thousands of gold to get the items. But it's like if you get the item, then you can sell it to them and you don't have to spend that much money. What I want to do is try to like extort that into selling it on like, you know, eBay or something, like an Instagram, and be like, I have this, I'll sell you this for like $20 PayPal instead of you spending $50 on the game. You know, little things like that. I always try to figure out like what I'm playing, what I'm doing, can I make money out of it? You know, because I'm always trying to make more money somehow. You know, like who doesn't need more money? So it's like if you're doing something you enjoy, why not try to figure out how to make money doing it? You know? Like Diablo 2. I really enjoy playing Diablo 2. You can sell items on eBay in Diablo 2. You know, you can make a website and sell items, and as long as you put a disclaimer that the items are Blizzard's
And
property.
services as well.
Yeah, services too. You know, like I do power leveling services for people.
There was actually some people on my server that got into a little bit of a shit on in WoW Classic because they had to change their wording. So what they were doing is they sell like gear from instances, like raid dungeons. Like, so you're like, I need this ring, and it drops off this boss, and so they go
Right.
through and kill it with their badass guys up until that boss, and then they bring you in, and if it drops, you could buy it. What we'll say like 500 gold or something.
That's pretty good, because then it's like, if it doesn't drop,
They just
then
they
you
just
don't
bring
have to
them
pay.
in for it.
Yeah. See, and I mean that would be no problem too, you know, because if you're a high
'Cause they're
level,
like-
you can just handle it.
So they're like top tier guild, right? It's like
Yeah.
shit they don't need from the lower dungeons, but there's still some good stuff in there. But anyways, so they got in trouble. Like, I guess they got contacted by like one of the game masters or something for their wording, because it said that they were selling, and that so they had to change it because they would do advertising looking for group, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so they had to change it to for selling for in-game gold, and like it's all Blizzard's property, blah blah blah.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
just what you were saying.
Yeah, like for Diablo 2, I put a disclaimer that, you know, all the items that you're buying belong to Blizzard. It's Blizzard's property. What you're paying for is the time that I spent in gathering and harvesting to get these items to be able to trade to you in game.
Yeah, he did all the work.
Exactly.
They were about to ban their whole guild. The game master was.
That's crazy, dude. You got to be careful, man. You got to be careful.
It was just from the wording. They're a lot more serious about that shit in Classic for sure.
Wording is key though, you know, like wording is key. You got to be really careful.
Because what wouldn't work is if you were telling people to pay real life cash and you would bring them in. But they were just trying to sell it for in-game gold.
Yeah. Yeah, see, I mean, I would try to figure out a way to do it for cash just so I could make money, but I wouldn't be
Blizzard
like,
definitely frowns on that.
that's what I'm saying. You have to sell your time. You're not selling the items. You know, you're selling your time. So like for the item, like you said, if they can take them into the dungeon, then you're selling your time, you know. But like, let's meet up, you can pay me this and I will run you through this, giving you this item.
Even selling the gold though, I haven't understand selling the gold, because somebody still put their time and effort into gathering.
Yeah,
shit to
but
make
it's
gold, you know?
it's Blizzard's property, you know. So if you word it to where,
Oh yeah, you're
you
right. 'Cause,
know,
yeah, it's
you're
Blizzard's property.
that's what these websites do, you know, like Item 7 and you know, like Yes Gamers, they sell WoW gold, and it's like the way to do it is you have to have a disclaimer saying that the items don't belong to you. You're not selling the items. The items belong to Blizzard. What you're selling is the time spent in getting the items. And so as long as people know that and they're still getting
which
their
seems
product,
fair.
you know, like you're gonna see feedback on somebody's eBay account, and if it's positive, then you know they're a person of their word. So if they're saying you're paying for time, but they're advertising this item, you're gonna get that item even though you're paying for the time, you know? Next topic I had was from one of my viewers in my stream earlier. Shout out to Spiker for that. He said, dealing with stream snipers. So originally he came into my stream and he said,
I've never personally had that problem.
he said Ninja's quitting Fortnite for good. And I was like, what?
What?
Ninja is quitting Fortnite for good? What
It
happened?
seems like a bad move.
And he says people keep stream sniping him. And
No shit, you're Ninja.
And then he says, I agree that kids nowadays on Fortnite sweat too hard. And I can agree with that too. Because as somebody like me who doesn't have every day, all day to put into Fortnite to practice to be good like these fucking kids that do, I don't enjoy it anymore. You know, and so somebody like Ninja, you have these thousands and thousands of people that follow you and subscribe to you and watch your streams and play Fortnite. You know, like if they see you in a lobby and you're queuing up for a duos a duos fill, I'm gonna go on Fortnite, I'm gonna put duos fill on, and I'm gonna start my queue as soon as you do. You have thousands of people doing that, and you're gonna get, you know, people stream sniping you. Maybe change your name from Ninja. You know, Shroud's name was Shroudy Rowdy, so you can't just search Shroud and find Shroud in Fortnite. You know, like maybe have a picture or something over your map so people can't see where you're going, where you are, and stuff like that. You know, like be smarter about it. You know, and
I mean, you could tell from the terrain though.
and that
Play it so much.
and that comes with, like, you know, that comes down to stream etiquette also. You know, like I've seen Ninja rage on stream due to, you know, like people trying to stream snipe him or trying to tell him how to play the game, and it gets to him. And it's like, when you're streaming in front of thousands of people, you need to have this face that people want to watch. You know, like you need to be a role model for people. And when you're raging, people don't want to see that. You know, like people's parents aren't going to want their kids watching that. You know, like, and if you're going to be a role model, you need to be something that these kids can look up to. You know, like these fucking streamers that are coming out nowadays, they want to be like Ninja. You know, like you ask any 13 to 15-year-old what streamer they want to be like, they play Fortnite, they're going to say Ninja. You know, like that's what they want to be. And you want them to be like this toxic rage kid. You know, like that's what Ninja is. He doesn't know how to handle situations without thinking about it first. And I have the same problem sometimes, you know, but I have dealt with so much shit that I don't even care what happens based off of my reactions to things, because I'm not somebody like Ninja. I don't have these thousands of people watching me. If I was, I would have to put on this face, you know, but I don't, so I can be as real as I want to be. And that's why people support me.
When it comes down to it, it's his job, straight up.
It is, you know, and
he's making millions of fucking dollars off it. So
somebody that had recently
least,
left Beskar was trying to talk down to me about how I treat my stream like a business, even though I don't have anything. And it's like, it's not about what you have, it's about what you could have. And it's about what you're gonna throw away if you don't treat it like a business. You know, like this isn't just you turning the camera on and playing video games. You know, like that's not what streaming is. You know, like if you want to be a streamer,
people take it different ways.
If you want to be a streamer, a serious streamer, it's not just turning your camera on and playing video games. You need to be able to engage with your chat. You need to be able to, you know, like have bells and whistles that show people that you want to do this more than somebody just turning their camera on and fucking playing video games.
Like,
you know,
your overlays, like your
overlays, alerts,
thing,
you know, like my stream deck.
Screens.
Exactly. Have different intermissions, you know, like show people that you want to do this, and people will support you if you're a good person, dude. You'd be some rager piece of shit that doesn't know how to handle things, and people aren't going to want to support that. And that comes to my next thing, is power to the mods. You know, like your mods are your most trusted people that are going to be in your streams. And if you don't have mods, it's going to be really hard to deal with trolls and unnecessary toxicity when it comes down to it.
Oh, and also mod tip, always time them out, never ban them.
And why is that, Deathcore?
You time them out for like 9,000 seconds so they can sit there and watch you. So they're stuck watching you.
And can't say anything.
You still get a view.
You can always untime them out too.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like if they message
whenever
you like,
that
hey,
happens,
I'm sorry.
Somebody's toxic, like in your stream or something, I won't disband them. I'll time them out for like 9,000 seconds.
Yeah.
So that's a long time. You know what I mean?
It really is.
9,000 divided by.
I mean, 600 seconds is 10
minutes.
150
minutes.
Yeah, that's almost 3 hours.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't be a ninja. Give the power to your mods. You know, like find people that you trust in your community. Give them mods to your stream. You know, some people, when they get mods, when they become a mod for somebody that they trust, they tend to be in the stream more. You know, they feel like they have a responsibility, like they have to, you know, regulate for you. And if people want to do that, let them do it. You know, having mods in your stream and no nobody else, and you just have like a mod or two in there watching and supporting, is better than having no mods in there, and then you have a fucking troll or something come in and you don't know how to handle it and you start raging, and that ruins
Or
your
you're in
chances
the middle
of
of a fucking game and
yeah,
just
like me, I'll be in the
mod.
middle of like a comp match in CS:GO, and one of those bots will come in like, "Want to be famous?" No, I don't. I don't know
Yeah,
what to do with
how do I be
fame.
famous?
I don't want to be famous. I want to be successful. You know what I'm saying? I don't really care if I'm famous or not. I just want to be successful. I don't want to struggle.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
that brings me to branching out from your norm in streams. You know, like if you're a content creator and your focus is FPS games because you're a really good FPS player, I would advise, this advice was given to me and I'm going to project it onto you. Branch out into something else. You know, like I'm not going to say what should I stream? Because should I stream Fortnite because there's so many people watching, but there's so many people streaming it also, or should I stream uh Tony Hawk's Pro Skater where there's not that many people watching, but I could be closer on the top of the list. It doesn't fucking matter, you know, because once you're not streaming anymore and your stream becomes a VOD, nobody gives a shit. So stream what you want that you're gonna enjoy. You know, like I play Counter-Strike, which is an FPS. I play Diablo 2, which is a dungeon crawler. I play Fall Guys occasionally. I play Fortnite randomly now, not so much anymore. I play Rocket League, you know, like Star Wars, Warcraft. All these different games that I play make me a variety gamer. I can't call myself an FPS gamer because I don't stick to just FPS games. I really enjoy all these other games. Like me and Deathcore have been playing WoW since before my kid
And
was born.
and like what I've always told you too is like you gotta have those release games. You know what I mean? You can't just be
Exactly.
constantly fucking battle royale, battle royale. Gotta win. Gotta get first. Gotta get champion. You know, I gotta get it. It's like I use different games like World of Warcraft. Where
Yeah,
it's a
that should've
slower
put too
pace,
much
but like you
stress on
said,
you, dude.
Diablo 2. Yeah. Or you can play silly things like Fall Guys, like you said, or Among Us or something where you don't have to take it so seriously. You can just chill.
Yeah, I was thinking about playing Among Us again
You
recently.
could actually you could actually talk to your stream more and stuff like that too, so it's good in that way if you're streaming. But
Yeah, that's
just in
important to
general, I
me.
feel I can't constantly be shooting people.
Yeah.
And then I think that's what so many people do now. Like that's why you see people that are on this crazy fucking level in all these games, like Fortnite and Apex Legends and shit like that, where they're just insane good because they just sit there and fucking play. Like I played versus like some wraith that had like 8,000 kills for season 7, and
Wow.
that's just yeah, one
That's
season,
just
and that
season
was
7.
yeah, and it was just last season. It's like okay, well you obviously do nothing else like but play this one game, so I guess it's cool if you want to compete and be the best there was, but I don't
See, but then there's games where, you know, you can spend hours a day, every day, and just get into it like, wow, and still not be the best because there's so much to it.
it's just different too.
Yeah.
It's slower pace. Like I guess that's the biggest thing about it is
Well,
sometimes you just gotta slow down. You can't be going 1,000 miles an hour the whole time.
calling it a release game is good because that's exactly what it is. To me, it's like stress free. You know, unless I'm
Yeah,
sitting there grinding dungeons or something. I mean, you're literally just mindless killing and running around and questing and stuff. You know, if you've got friends, it makes it even better. But
yeah, exactly.
even the PvP, you know, the PvP's fun in it. So,
Yeah, well, that's where things do get stressful though. I mean, that's all
mm,
it is. Anything that's player versus player will get fucking stressful.
I don't
Opposed to
feel like
playing like a
the
story game or
PvP in
something.
WoW is too stressful though. Not compared to like a
Wow,
shooter game.
classic. Wow, classic.
Yeah, not compared to a
Uh,
shooter game though.
It definitely will make you angry though. It's frustrating, I
It is
guess.
frustrating, but to me, stress and frustration are different. You know, like I don't get stressed out playing Warcraft. I do get frustrated for
I
sure.
see what you mean. I see what you mean.
I'll get frustrated, but I'll get frustrated and I'll switch characters. You know, like me and Dylan were playing a couple days ago, and I sparked a Alliance versus Horde war. You know, just trying to run around and quest, and these Alliance people were shouting our our map ping locations, and all these guilds were coming in, dude. And it's like it got to the point where I got so frustrated I couldn't do anything because I'm only 51 at the time, and I just switched characters. I was like, Dylan's like, hey dude, we got a couple more people, we're fucking them up, bro, come back, blah blah. I was like, I don't even care anymore, dude. Like I don't care. I'm not gonna deal with it because I wanted to level, you know, like that's what I wanted to do. And then they're just all PvPing, and so I switched and made a shadow priest and started leveling that. But if I was getting stressed out, like, dude, I'll get stressed out in Counter-Strike after one comp match dealing with trolls or bad teammates, and then I have to fucking go smoke a cigarette, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that stress is
Fortnite
not good.
or Apex or any battle royale.
Straight up, any of those shooter games where I start getting really intense emotions and sweating on people, you know, like, that's stressful, bro. That raises my anxiety and my, you know, my nervous system, and I have to go smoke a cigarette. So I think WoW's really good. You know, games like WoW, games like, you know, like, I don't know how many people know what Maplestory is, but Maplestory is a 2D side-scrolling with 3D anime chibi graphics MMORPG, and
that's a free one.
It's really fun. It's free. Super aesthetic. Like, the customization options, the things you can do in there is awesome. There's mounts, there's fast traveling, there's guilds, there's world bosses, there's, you know, all that kind of stuff. Games like that are fun, you know, like, what else do I have on here? I haven't heard about EVE Online in a long time.
Star Wars is free.
Yeah, Star Wars The Old Republic is free. I have that as well. It's pretty much like WoW, but Star Wars. It's awesome.
And it's even easier. It's easy mode. You could go through it fun and never die questing and shit.
And it's more decision based than WoW is. You know, so like, you're going through and the cutscenes where you get to pick options. You can pick like light side or dark side to kind of influence. You can be a Jedi, but then pick more dark sided options, so you'd be like a dark Jedi. You know, like, shit like that is really cool. But
if we're going into new games, Apex Legends has been fun. They added they have a new gun. It's basically like a G7, but it shoots heavy.
So like the single tap flatline?
It's called a 30-30 repeater. No, it's a lever action like rifle.
Oh my gosh.
You know, like a Winchester in PUBG?
Or like the lever action rifle in Fortnite?
Oh yeah, well there you go. It's fucking sick though. And then the new guy, the new character, his Fuse. It's so funny how, like, since season 1, like 2 years ago or so, like people were already like data mining it, remember?
Yeah.
And figuring out what the new characters are gonna be. Like, we already heard about this guy forever ago.
Yeah.
He's like an
Rampart
Australian guy, and he shoots like a little cluster grenade.
He got that stash.
And then his ult is like it like makes fire all around you. It's pretty OP. But it's a fun character.
That's dope. I mean,
thought they did really good adding new guns and
I might play it just to check it out again.
It feels very season 1 like again. Yeah. That's the whole thing about it. Like,
I'd be down to give it another shot. If you play on PC, I'll probably play a couple rounds with you.
Well, what's the difference? I play it on my Xbox.
I won't play it on... Is it cross-platform?
Yeah, it's cross-platform.
See, I haven't played Apex in so long. Cross-platform wasn't around last time I played.
Yep, it's cross-plat, and everything works just fine. It actually works a lot better, and it's a lot less buggy than it used to. Like, when they released, it was all laggy. Yeah, dude. So it's really good. It's just like, it's still the whole biggest thing with Apex Legends has always been
the third parties.
People complain. Well, third parties always. That's all the fucking battle royales. Apex is just the worst for it because it's such a fast-paced game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People could just haul ass around the map. But no, it's still the worst part is them like nerfing and buffing guns always. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like feels like on a daily basis and shit.
I just didn't like all the changing and additions. You know, like they kept changing what was on the ground to what was a drop and adding new people in, and that's what turned me off of Valorant, dude. Was adding all these people and changing the game around. Like,
that's true.
I understand you want to add new content and you can't be the same game, but if you're a good enough game, you can do that. You know, like, look at Counter-Strike, bro. People think Counter-Strike's a dead game, and anybody that says it is a fucking idiot and will get laughed at.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, it's
like,
pretty dumb.
Counter-Strike now
The game will
has
never
player
die.
skins. They were the first game to have skins for their guns. You know, like, they have operations. They were the first game to have operations that sparked the battle passes. You know, and it's like, Counter-Strike's so good. It's literally recycled content. They might add new maps here and there, new skins from the workshop that people come up with, but it's all the same shit. Counter terrorist versus terrorist, plant the bomb, defuse the bomb. You know, deathmatch, casual, competitive, and then they have surfing and stuff like that and private servers. You know, like, you don't need to add all this new shit, add new guns, add new people. You know, you don't need to do that if you're a good game. You know?
I remember, I told you that from the start with Valorant. I was like, this game is not gonna take over Counter Strike.
Yeah, you were saying that from
You
the
were
beginning.
convinced. You were convinced at the time, though.
I was really thinking about getting back into Valorant, dude. Because it's like, we don't really play CSGO that often, and I can't get a team together. And I have more fun solo queuing Valorant than I do Counter-Strike.
That's probably true. I could see that, definitely.
Like, if I had a team, if I had 3 to 4 other people playing Counter-Strike with me regularly, I would never play Valorant again. But I don't. I don't have anybody except my coworker to play Counter-Strike with me. Maybe my brother here and there. Maybe you here and there. You know, but Valorant, I could just fucking solo queue and carry my team, whatever.
It sucks too in Counter Strike a lot of times when you do meet good players, they're like hot heads.
Yeah,
Like right when we
exactly.
play with like Joe Fro and people like that.
Well, and it's like, you know, you go
Or
up
like
against
Steve.
you
Steve
go up
thought he
against
knew
a lot
everything.
more hackers in Counter-Strike than Valorant as well. And you try to call somebody out for hacking and they just go, "Get good, scrub. Easy, blah blah. You're
Yeah.
so
Oh yeah.
easy,
Yeah. Yeah.
easy, easy." I'm
Exactly.
like, "Dude, go drink bleach, please,
You
and
know what's
then
fucked too that
pour
I
it on
was
your
thinking
computer."
about? Like what you were telling me. Like these people are playing this all day, and it's like they literally are, because it like so many times like these kids will be on like fucking their little Zoom calls or whatever, and they just have it muted in the back like their classes, you know,
Yep.
and they're just playing fucking Fortnite or fucking Valorant or Apex Legends.
Welcome back, Spiker. Went to get some Panda Express. Nice, dude. Panda sounds
That
good. Might
sounds
have to
good.
have
I
it for
haven't had
dinner.
I haven't had that in a minute.
Hell yeah, man. This last section of the
But
podcast,
overall, you should come back to it.
yeah, the last section of the podcast, I wanted to, um, just kind of go back into WoW and cover the differences that I've noticed from retail and vanilla, because I'm a big person in, you know, um, finding the right game to enjoy, right? And before my kid was born, I was playing WoW vanilla with Deathcore, right? For months we were playing and grinding it out. And I stopped playing because during my move back to California from Virginia, my whole guild had gotten poached and Deathcore was like, "Hey bro, this happened. Sorry, man." And I was like, "Fuck it, I'm done." You know, like, no point in me playing
I
anymore.
think you told me about it. I wasn't even on.
Oh, really? Well, people were
Yeah,
leaving
you
and
told
I
me
was
about
like, "Dude, there's no guild anymore." You know, the foundation left. And so I've been playing, you know, like Counter-Strike a lot and Fortnite because of the Mandalorian update and all that stuff, which I'm completely done with now. You know, like, I got all my Beskar stuff, I got Grogu and everything, so I'm done with Fortnite. What up, Dark Mist? Actually recording a podcast right now, so if you do think of something that you want added to it, let me know quick, or we'll add in the next one. Um, but now my buddy Dylan, who I grew up with also, has been playing WoW retail, and he was like, "Dude, get back into it with me, blah blah blah." And so I was like, "Do I need a different subscription?" You know, and I loaded up the launcher and I went from vanilla to retail, and I could play, right? And I was like, okay, so my WoW subscription for vanilla works for retail, so I don't need to pay a different subscription. So I just made a new character, you know, like, and I was running around, and I couldn't see him. Like, we couldn't play together, and I was trying to figure out why, and it was because I didn't have Shadowlands, and he had Shadowlands, and so I was gonna buy it, and it was like $40, and I was like, fuck it, like I'm gonna enjoy it anyway. Let me just get it. And he actually donated $40 on my stream and was like, here, bro, enjoy that shit. And now me and Dylan have been playing retail together. So I'm trying to get James into retail from vanilla. I had the game loaded up, but I don't anymore. We made some Tauren warriors. I think he's gonna make a death knight, but you gotta hit level 10 first.
See, so that's the thing though that you left out. You still can play retail. You just can't play the Shadowlands shit. So if you do play classic and you wanted to try retail,
yeah,
the subscription, you get both games. It's just you don't get Shadowlands.
yeah, exactly.
Like still make a Death Knight and all that shit, like the past expansions. Even the pandas, I saw the pandas running around.
Yeah,
Could have made one
and
of those,
every
the
expansion up
any of that.
to Shadowlands you can play without buying Shadowlands.
Which is pretty cool. And then it's
but
only
now-
$40 because I remember originally it was fucking
60.
you had to pay-
It was 60
yeah, it
per
was like
expansion.
60, and then yeah, 60 or 40.
Yeah, well, 40 if you were like buying multiple expansions.
Well, I think if you bought the original, if you had the original game, was like 60, and then every other one you got after was like.
Dude,
40.
I remember blowing out school when I was like 13, 14 years old to go ride my bicycle to Best Buy in Pasadena, go get Burning Crusade the day it came out, and then I rode my bicycle down Rosemead to Doherty Road all the way back to my grandma's house where I was playing WoW, and I was an undead rogue.
Undead.
Yep. For the Horde, man.
Fucking Horde.
I only had an Alliance character when I was playing with you. That was it.
Yeah, dude, Alliance is the way to go.
But you can't make
Nasty
the Blood Elves as an Alliance, and the Blood Elves are like my favorite class.
The Blood Elves are fucking dope.
You know? Kids nowadays don't know anything about vanilla WoW because you had to grind back then. Still, bro, vanilla WoW, like
Still grind,
okay, so
yeah.
we're gonna go over the differences of WoW retail and vanilla right now, and I'm gonna call Dylan.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna call up Dylan.
Hold on, Ryan. I just thought of something. I just typed /played on my Warlock. What do you think it has?
Oh my gosh, probably like 4 months. No, because it's consecutive, huh?
Well, it says 38 days played.
Yeah, so like a little over a solid month and a week.
Why is it? It took me 14 days played to get to level 60, or maybe bullshitting, because it said played at this level 12 days or 24 days and 12 hours. That's pretty crazy.
I told Dylan to join the Party Comms channel. So when he comes in, one of the differences that I wanted to talk about was dungeoning, because in vanilla WoW you grind dungeons. You grind dungeons to level up. You grind dungeons for gear. That's like the best thing to do. You can go around and do quests, but if you're playing with people, dungeons are the best thing to do. Like that's the main thing I took away from doing WoW vanilla.
It's debatable. Because
like,
that's the way I like to do it.
You get to 20, you hit up Dead Mines. You get to 40, you do Scarlet Monastery. Then you do Dire Maul. Then you do, like Skullomance and, like all those fucking higher end dungeons, to the point where you get to 60 and then you start doing your raids. You've got your Molten Core, you've got your Blackwing Lair, you've got Onyxia, you've got all these raids that you can do. And it's really grindy to get there. Like, how long did it take me to get to 60, dude? Like 3 to 4 months?
Yeah, because it's days played.
Yeah.
It's usually, if you're going to grind it hard, you could get it done, I think, 6 days played?
6 days played, yeah, but I'm talking about, like, actual days. Like, actual day, physical days that I played. It took me, like, it took me, like, 3 to 4 months,
So...
I'm already almost 60 in WoW retail.
6 days played would be 144 hours. So, say you played 8 hours a day, it would take you 18 days playing 8 hours a day.
18 days playing 8 hours a day. That's half a month, a little over half a month. So say you only play 4 hours a day. 4 hours a day every day, and it's going to take you a full month.
It's gonna take you 36 days.
You know, it's going to take you over a full month to get to 60 playing every day for 4 hours a day. Say you got a job and you work full time, 40 hours a week. Then you got a wife and kid like me. So you can't play every day for, you know, like those set hours. In WoW Retail, I'm already 54, halfway to 55, and it hasn't even been a week of me playing.
Well, that's why in retail too, people have way more characters. That's what makes it cool too, is because you could play a bunch of different classes after
Yeah.
max level, because it's easier to get there. I
And that's
literally
another
still
thing
only
is
have
the
one
level
level
cap.
60 in classic.
You know, like the level cap is not 120, 140 anymore. It's 60. You know,
Yeah,
so
when I stopped, it was at 85.
yeah, and then it got all the way up. It was fucking ridiculous. And I think, you know, 60 as a level cap is perfect. You know, you don't need anything higher than that. And now
I
it goes
liked
by
80.
now it goes by item level. You know, so like the higher, like when you get to 60 and you start doing harder dungeons, you can start getting higher item level gear that has better stats and shit, and that makes you stronger, is having a higher item level.
So for the scaling, say if I was gonna duel somebody and I had
Hmm.
way better gear than he would,
If you have
and
a
like
higher
has.
item level than him, you're gonna shit on
Oh, okay, it doesn't scale in
him.
dueling.
No.
I was gonna say that'd be kind of lame. You know what I mean?
Like, Dylan only doesn't one hit me because as a rogue, I have an ability that lets me cheat death every 6 minutes.
Eviscerate.
No, well, Eviscerate's one of my damaging attacks. But this one is
Oh yeah, that's your damage.
it's
Evasion.
called cheat
Evasion.
death. It's called cheat death. It's a passive that triggers once every 6 minutes. So if I get dealt a fading blow that is gonna kill me, it takes me down to 1 HP instead of killing me. And then I have to wait 6 minutes before it can happen again. But another cool thing about retail is the mounts. You know, like, dude,
Yeah.
how long did it take us to get our mounts in vanilla? Like, we were grinding, bro, and then needed to like grind the gold too. Like, that was a pain. And then getting the 600 gold for the epic mounts,
1,000.
1,000. Yeah, it was like 900 and something for me, I think.
Yeah.
Dude, gold is
faster.
different too in retail. You know, like it cost me like a little over 4,000 gold to get my flying skill done. And literally my mount, I can just
It's a
jump up
lot
and hold
easier
it
to
and it
get
can
gold
fly.
in
You know,
retail.
it is a lot easier. You know, and I haven't even been auction housing things. I've just been NPCing it, and I've been getting gold. You know,
Yeah,
so
you have to auction house everything
in vanilla,
in
yeah.
plastic.
Hmm.
It's
Even
just
like the
completely
mats,
different
bro.
world.
It
Retail's
is.
a lot easier. It's got a lot more things to help you out, and
Dude,
just in
built-in
general.
questy.
Yeah,
Built-in
but that
questy is
but
super.
that's the reason we play classic is for that grind.
Yeah,
The
I'm.
raids are so much different,
I'm just
but there's
kind
a lot
of.
of fun raids in retail too. Because I raided all through Kata. That's where I stopped, and
There's
I
just
loved
so
raiding
much
Kata. It
more
was
you can do in
perfect.
retail now. You
Oh,
know,
there's
like
way more,
you can
way
go
more.
to
Of course,
any expansion that you want. You know, you can travel between the worlds. It's crazy. Democrats want
this is
three
just
thousand dollar checks for people with kids. I'm about it, bro. Give me that $3,000 check.
the fuck. I'll start having some kids.
Yeah, so I've just been trying to convince Deathcore to play retail with me, and he actually, I was playing earlier because I was gonna play with Dylan, and he's like, "What? I gotta be level 10 to make a Death Knight," which means he was on the retail character creation screen. So I was like, "This guy, you know, like you don't have to grind retail if you're, you
I
know,
know.
enjoying vanilla." You're already 60 in vanilla, bro. You're doing your raids and shit. Like, if you're not raiding, you know, and you have a day where you can play, fucking play some retail with us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, if I make a Death Knight, man, I loved my Death Knight. So,
Hell yeah, dude.
and if
I'll
we're
go
gonna be
through.
stupid horde, I'm gonna be a fucking giant fucking Torn.
Yup. Torn Death Knight, bro. Yep, yep, yep. We'll run it, dude. We'll run it.
I'm still being Frost. I don't give a fuck. I'll be the best Frost DK that's on our
I
server.
saw a badass Frost DK yesterday, dude.
Dual wield Frost DK.
The Frost and the Blood DKs are sick.
Blood DK's a tank. But yeah, I was off tank for my guild all through Kata as a blood tank and then DPS.
Yeah, see, me and Dylan are running DPS right now, but we're gonna need a healer if we're gonna be doing like 3v3 arenas and shit like that. So I'll probably get my priest up when you do your death knight. He's a shadow priest, but I mean I have healing too.
Make a dwarf priest.
Think so? Dwarfs
Yeah,
or alliance though?
Oh fuck. You're right.
We'll figure it out. I can make a goblin, make a little goblin priest.
It's because they get fear ward. See if any of them get fear ward.
Okay.
That's what you
Oh,
want
as the
for your
racial
priest.
passive.
Yeah, you get the fear ward on it, so we just can't be feared. So you throw it up, and then they try to fear us and fuck us up. Nope.
Yeah, I get
down.
feared a lot in PvP, but I have a skill on my rogue where I can just break out of it instantly, and then I stun them, and then everybody just ganks them. So it tends to work.
That's why I liked Alliance, because the human racial passive for retail, they break free of the stuns or whatever it is. It's like every 60 seconds.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. Well, I think we're gonna go ahead and conclude this podcast episode and play some WoW for a little bit. Hopefully this microphone sounds great on the podcast. I'm using my headset microphone for the Discord chat with Deathcore, and then this is the microphone that you guys hear on the podcast. So if you guys want to get in on an episode, let me know. I want to branch out to a lot more people, not just Beskar people. If you're a streamer, if you're a content creator, if you want to be on an episode of This Is The Way, let me know. Excuse me, I had something in my throat. I need
Or
to
even
drink
if like
some water.
you're like a tech guy or something.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like new computer shit, or like, you know, ways to optimize people's computers or even consoles, anything like that. That would be cool to have an episode like that as well. So
Yeah, you know, DM me. You can DM Deathcore. This is his Twitch handle right here. You guys can search that up on Twitch. You can search it up on Instagram. Follow him. Check him out. That's my boy right there. You're listening to This Is The Way. For those that are watching this on YouTube, please hit that like if you enjoyed watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to watch more. Tick that little bell so you don't miss an upload. And we'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for listening.